is Loose Women Live. Kelly Brook.
Kemi that said that was just kind of looking at her like, look at her, look, she's a total mess. You know, she can't cope with this. So much pressure. She's the first woman, like you said, all of that pressure. And it's probably a personal thing, nothing to do with politics at all. And you just want to go, are you okay? But there's just no room for it.
I actually saw the moment. He never literally...
Moment.
Exactly.
And I think that moment, for me, you know, obviously we have they're going to pay for all of this. And I think that moment, it kind of humanised her in a way that nothing has. So the weight of the world on her shoulders right now.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Are you supposed to, in that role, just compartmentalise and not in showbiz?
Basically, he's sort of saying he was a territorial bear pit that is Parliament.
Does it happen?
It did. But
so what does that send out to the rest of the world?
It is having
positive. You could to do for you in your, you know, all died. That we
trying to like go through anything when it comes to cancer or any kind of terminal illness. It's like you said. The new normal, and I think even at Christmases now my father things are now, and it will never be the same. Just put on this brave face, which is what I think
we all deal with it. And in my
speak like that is such Charlize is a bit of a pal.
Such a lovely it and she is like the typical kind of alpha female, and I think she's always been that ever since from the age of 21. What it fascinates me about this, I've never heard Charlize talk like this, and I just think with laying it all out the day when we were all so guarded about, so happy to talk. So it was really refreshing to see her talking about, you know, her sex life.
Well, if you've listened to the Luke,
really.
Does she have an independent and financially secure? And I think that is when good, and actually when you're not looking for talking like this.
No, a lot of women, I think, at Charlize's age, I've had the, and they say the trouble is when you get over 45, you're either a nurse or a purse. Saying what that means, they're like, well, if you're with a younger guy, you're going to be paying for everything. Age where you're like, I don't want to be a nurse or a purse. I just want to be looking after anyone funny. They need to take care of me.
Without having a partner, and why haven't you? So I think
we're very intrigued.
Kelly Brook.
I said,
live a more quieter life, go away and escape and just
come with me. So
he does, and we will explain it to someone. I'll send it. So sticker is the thing.
So the sticker is like, it's like the next level. I'm at work or wherever I'm out, and they are the most. That I just turns them all into stickers and sends them.
And it's proven. It means he loves you.
That's what it is. It's a lot. I wish you'd put that much effort into other things, actually. I can't show that because it's a paparazzi picture. But Jeremy and I were on a dog walk, and we didn't. And they were papping Daniel Craig, and we ended up in the picture. And he's turned that into a sticker emoji, so that one's quite funny. But we can't show you that one. Someone owns that. It's an embarrassment.
I didn't rest years ago, so I said,
oh my God,
that's all that matters. And she's like, no, if you love, because they're thrilled that I've bought a dress, and it's so much pressure.
Sanchez's dress, by the way, that whole Sophia was sweating. I got married in Italy in July, and I just really underestimated that. I was really like sweating and sweating and sweating. So love few options because you just.
and so it's at home, but so
going on. And then, of course, you have to look at the fact that women, we have all worked for decades. You can argue both sides of the coin, really. Some might appear to be quite callous in that he didn't...
To have this role in Parliament, so she's under all the memories that we used to make, and you just...
And you don't know how to treat it, but I do believe explain just how tough it was. But I had to... You see, you have to tap into what they want and help that child through, no matter what age the child is. Children and her husband, and she has been quoted as saying that
podcast now. Don't you find celebrities just opening up and just she is?
So that's why everything's
an older guy. You're probably going to be caring for them, and if you're
there's a certain freedom I think about this particular time. Too long train as well as the coat
on the hat,
and it had
the more you start crying, and we've all been there when you know I don't want to out your ears, out your eyes, like tears everywhere. But I'm
living off grid still.
I live completely off grid. I grow my own vegetables.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is this something?
Yeah. I was living in London before, and then an off-grid farmhouse for sale.
Think about that thing that's just happened outside. We all work.
Long marriage.
Well, it didn't take its boost, and I had been. I think so many women go through a breakup. What a great story. And she said
in Parliament before, but I'm up with the tree. So when you see somebody top of the tree, U-turns, the bad decisions that they're saying the government has Like, for example, they said papers implied that. That's not my statement, that's the newspapers. So it's...
just wanted the Prime Minister to turn around and just, like, put his...
with Kemi Badenoch, who's on the other side. So
Right.
I know, but there's more...
So many opinions on all of these decisions they're making and how it's in that moment.
No, I don't think she let women down at all. I think
all the criticism.
But if it happens,
of course
it
she doesn't
happens.
want
But
it.
in that moment, when you're
happening.
crying about something personal, how much compartmentalise and you just got to focus on the job in hand.
The Prime Minister, looking at who's asking me the question, thinking about my responses, world. So you have to be made. So I think as a politician, you do have to,
Well, you
somewhat,
saw-
you know,
Sure.
if it's away from the political bit. But what Donald Trump, for instance,
She's a
might
very
be
vulnerable...
that she really, really needed us to have. And she everything, she was holistic, this, and every different solution she could be positive for her when we talk about it. But I think it might be for you.
Yeah, I guess it's difficult, isn't it? Like, passed away, like, you know, it's this unsaid thing, like we all...
The mask.
We do.
I call it the mask because I was going to beat it. If she didn't beat it, she would cope with it. Child, you have to tap into how you're going to be dealing with it very, very well because stronger. And I think something like that will bring out what's important in life and what...
Speaking in the way that will resonate with so many people going through, because they are also going through it as
And the
well.
king, and that's the
Absolutely.
truth, of course, can happen to anybody, any family, doesn't matter. It's all
Personally,
saying,
isn't
okay.
it? Yes.
Oh, she's very strong. She's very tall and beautiful and successful.
It all becomes far too comfortable,
I
doesn't
just
it?
think good on.
I mean, you know, it's
not-
almost... Is it frowned upon still that kid yourself?
I was just going to tag on to what you...
Right to the heart of it, because financial independence. You don't act that constant, how will I cope without a guy in my life, or how will I...
I think when you are happy like that, when you are single and great time, I was living, you know, I had bought my little flat. But, you know, also, because things...
Yes.
You give in your time
That's the
over.
key,
And
right.
I think Charlize is... so I think Charlize is in that classic...
And just being single, that's something
I mean,
we're all asking ourselves currently.
awareness, how it all- And again, it's because she's a woman that we're asking the question more. We're not...
lead their single life they can, or if they want...
After a divorce in your 40s and you think you can't start, she's saying apparently her sex life is better.
Oh, dear.
When you text her later,
52,000 words on notes on my phone.
Wow.
He said, Joe, go and buy yourself a new laptop now and I'll
Great similarities, if I may say, and I mean this in the nice possible way.
with Brendan Cole. And it me again. Yeah, so it didn't take too long. Just because you're in your 50s doesn't mean to say your life is over. You can forgive yourself and you're one that...
have the kids or...
My rock and roll lifestyle for so many years, but now you, because of the end of your marriage, you wanted just to kind of...
It was a disaster as soon as I moved in, everything.
Gangster grand.
Because, you know, you are ageless in all of our eyes. You're up.
She could, you know. It was like,
Yeah. Fabulous.
that's my hand there. I drew
Is it?
my,
I was just gonna
I
say-
drew my hand.
I love that. Look at that. It's fabulous. It's got just
yeah.
classy.
it's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's
Amazing.
happening. You have to come back and let us know what the children...
My granddaughter's child.
See, I knew you'd be on it. Not all of us know what they all mean. Some can have
On this message saying fingers crossed, and then she sent a message back saying, and it turns out...
an interesting one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because you kind of naturally do it, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
Are you an emoji kind of a girl?
No,
for it?
I just love a heart. And also, there's me.
And that's you.
What's your emoji?
My mum and dad and sister and everything else is probably the little sort of smiley one with the little hearts around it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the ends. I'm not too into it. I'm not
From the emoji. So a sticker is when it's unflattering. Look, I'm asleep there in the car with the dog. There we go.
It's been...
Realise this, but Daniel Craig was like standing like not a few feet away. Ended up on our dog walk. That's quite close.
Which has got a wedding dress shop, and when me and fitting, and my friend Simon, who I've known for like 20, 30 years, if I'd have said to him,
And which one did you wear?
so much pressure on it, don't they? So many people put so much pressure on this perfect,
Loren,
very
like
Sophia
inspired
Loren.
dress. I wanted something like that.
You see, when you get married for the second time.
Special, and you look beautiful.
Thanks.
Wedding day, and so she had to let a few buttons out and everything on them. I did my best, but like I say, it was all you do.
But with a
and I'm
figure
happy
like
to
yours,
let you.
come on.
For sure about that. But yeah, it is. It is very much. What did you make of it yesterday?
Well, I actually was
Gloria?
watching the news decline. Some women don't want to do it, but a lot of women who want a tough job, a person crumble into tears. And then you have to remember...
I mean, it was like a scene out of Gladiator, wasn't it? I just think everyone was kind of coming for her, and even...
As you go into politics knowing what it is. And said that, if this is, no matter what your job is, if there's something happening
At home.
Normal.
yeah, it really blindsides you as well when had we been allowed to not...
And also, Gloria, yours.
I used to know Charlize a long time ago when I lived in Los Angeles. It's a side of Charlize I've never seen in the public eye.
Yeah, there is nothing hidden on there.
She's clearly, you know, Oscar-winning actress.
Discussions with some friends of mine, and that are seeing
More pressure to have a partner and be...
I'm good.
Well, because you were so good to...
Just the guy who's...
All those things when I was writing it, and
But a tough thing to do for a lot of people.
very.
Are there any secrets in there that they might be surprised?
Apparently. A study found you thought it was fingers crossed. To be fair, they're quite saucy lips.
and then he'll make it into a sticker, and then he'll send it to me. The most disgusting pictures of me, and he
Didn't you get papped with Daniel Craig?
Any of our choices. What about your story?
In fact, I did look. I liked it, sweetheart. Sure, and I kept thinking, no. I was like, no.
Yeah,
but I
just-
did go
you
with
still
two.
really-
I went with two
But
dresses.
you weren't sure until the last second.
Luckily, I did have some backups, but yeah, I was like you. I had
I wanted a Diana Durbin type hat, which is this. But the...